Okay. Hi, I'm Libby Gibson, Town Manager. Welcome to What's Going On in Town Government. Sometimes Gino makes me laugh right before the show. So I just had a mini laughing fit, and I'm trying to keep it down. Okay, so for our visitors, we have a very active town government, and we're trying to work actively to make your stay enjoyable, but hopefully you won't need to see us. And for our residents, hopefully you know we have an active government and you know where to get a hold of us if need be, and I am trying to let you know what's going on. So, Gino, I had a really interesting meeting this morning with some other town officials. A couple of selectmen were there. Tim Madden was there. Some other town people and citizens, meeting with the Secretary of Energy for the state of Massachusetts. His name is Rick Sullivan.
He's here?
He was here today. He might be gone by now, but he was here having a tour. He met with us about a variety of issues. His office oversees, well, he's the Executive Office of Energy and Environmental Affairs, and he oversees Department of Environmental Protection, Department of Energy Resources. I can't remember the other ones. There are a couple of other agencies. And he was talking to us about a variety of things. Running from, I took some notes, running from electricity and the cable that we have to Green Communities Act, tight tanks instead of septic systems, not everywhere on the island. We asked about some limited areas, electric vehicle charging stations, solar energy, energy conservation, a whole bunch of things. It was really interesting, and it was great to have a connection with him.
Why was it interesting? I mean, are we
he
heading
was
there?
Invited by the Mariah Mitchell Association to meet with them about some things, and they offered to the town to have a meeting with town officials and others with him. So it was great. It really worked out nicely. So that was really good. I'm hoping, I talked to him briefly right after about the possibility of funding his department funding a study of this is not the whole thing, but converting plastics into fuel. There is some technology out there, specific kinds of fuel, not gasoline, but other fuel, jet fuel, number 2 fuel oil, things like that. So he expressed interest, so we're going to follow up in a letter and see what we can do there. Don't know if it'll happen, but if it did, it would be great. Anyway, that was a morning activity today. At our meeting this week, we announced a number of scholarship fund awards. The town of Nantucket has a scholarship fund that you can donate to if you're a taxpayer on your tax bill. And recently we've gotten some significant donations from the Nantucket Triathlon, and the committee that is set up to disperse the funds was able to make a number of scholarships, $1,000 to $2,000 scholarships.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it was great.
New ones.
New ones.
Surprising ones to some people.
Yes, great. I think so. So that was really good. We had a preliminary discussion with the independent consultant the town has hired for the Sconset Bluff Preservation Fund, a proposed erosion control project at Baxter Road. She came in and gave a kind of an overview so far of the application. The application was taken up by the Conservation Commission last night, and my understanding is that it was tabled for 2 weeks to August 20th. But double check that, because my information came from somebody else, not directly from the Concom. Someone who was there, but maybe they misheard. I don't know. What other business did we do on Wednesday? We had a variety of citizen and departmental requests. We received another gift from the Community Foundation of Nantucket, the Hummock Pond Road Bike Path Fund, a $45,000 gift for the path. We already have funding for the path, but this gift will go into a designated account, so that if we need new benches or special landscaping or something like that, we can use this fund.
I got a question for you as far as bike paths.
Yes. Are
we still looking at putting a bike path in anywhere around Prospect Street?
Yes.
You know, where the old mill and then that.
We are.
Because that is a really.
It's tricky right there. What we're looking
Somebody's
at.
going to get hurt there.
I know. Well, I shouldn't say I know, because I don't know.
Right.
But you could say that about almost anywhere on Nantucket.
That's so narrow, and the cars come screaming down.
That is a very difficult stretch. The plan right at the moment is to create a path that where the Prospect Street bike path ends. So say you're heading towards Matagate, you take a left, and the bike path would go up there behind, what's that hill there called? Chicken Hill.
Oh yeah.
That area.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then join up to Joy Street, and then you could get yourself.
What's Joy? Is that where the cemetery is?
In between the cemeteries.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the plan right now. We have not started that project yet, but we have funding for it. So that will be happening.
Oh, cool.
What else did we do? We had a public hearing to exclude people who have street performer licenses in accordance with the town bylaw that allows for them. They are prohibited from the Sconset Bluff Walk.
Uh-oh.
This was slightly controversial. Not really. The controversial part about it was that people started wanting to exclude other people from the Bluff Walk. That, like, people who get taken out there in a tour van, say, and they can walk along the bluff. But that was beyond the scope of this public hearing. So it was just the people who are licensed. So it's like if you do a ghost walk or something like that, you can't do commercial activity is the whole point along the walk. We talked about the Phase 2B downtown sewer rehab project. This is a continuation of the project we started last winter that replaces sewer lines, old decrepit sewer lines in the downtown area. There will be a map posted online and there will be a schedule. This is going to be disruptive. Alert. It is going to be disruptive and it is going to be very inconvenient for some people. There's no getting around it. The contractor will make everything as convenient as possible for the businesses that will be affected. Broad Street is going to be affected from the top to the bottom. Easy Street, the truck route will have to be modified for a short period of time. Things like that. And we are trying to identify all the people who might be affected and schedule meetings with them to answer questions, review the schedule, and take their suggestions, if feasible, as to how to mitigate this project. But it is going to be happening again beginning this fall, September, end of September-ish. So we talked about that. We had a very extensive update on our wastewater action plan. That will be posted online, the presentation. And the board adopted goals for 2013-14. They had talked about this at a workshop last month. They finalized the goals this week. There is no board meeting next week on the 14th. They meet again on the 21st. We had an update on valet parking and some other kind of minor-ish things. So that was our business. I talked about the Energy Secretary visit. That was great. And it is, I just saw a tweet from my social media guru friend, Jason Bridges, and he mentioned, he gave out a little advisory tweet of be patient with traffic, walkers, bikers, runners, cars. Everybody be calm and patient because I'm already hearing a lot of beeping of horns around the area from inside my office here. And you know it's raining right now and we all know how downtown gets when it's raining, so plan ahead. Take the shuttle if would be the preference, or if you can walk if you're not too far away. But otherwise, if you're driving your car, just be patient. I know it's hard. Right. Believe me, you and I separately just came from the airport downtown. And it sometimes is a little bit difficult not to say certain words, but you would say those in your car, so only you can hear them. At least that's what I do. I try not to scream them out the window to myself. And then you get it out and then you say, okay. Calm, back to calm. Right. So just try to be calm. Okay. Anything else you can think of?
That's all I can think of.
Okay. Thanks very much. See you next time.